Hi, I would like to talk to you today about Moroso SFI 45.1 padding for roll bars. Okay. As you can see, I have a nice MGB. I'm not planning to race it, but I installed a 3-point roll bar that's 2 inches diameter. And it's mounted with back plates everywhere, so it's safe and will help in an accident. Obviously, roll bars are when the car rolls over, but there's other accidents that can occur, and your head can actually hit the roll bar and cause quite a concussion. Hence, that's what this padding is designed to help with. Obviously, it's better if you're wearing a helmet, but this will help your head even though you don't have a helmet on. It's better than hitting the bar. The problem is kind of mounting it so that my car looks good, because it's a street car, it's a classic antique, and I want it functional and safe. So the first time I ordered, it's like $62, and it comes in a 36-inch length. And the problem is that I had to bend it, okay? And as you can see, these are stiff. They're not bendable at all. So what they suggested to do when I called their tech support is they suggested to bend it with a heat gun, and that actually worked. It worked perfectly. As you can see, I have 2 on my car right now. So I was able to bend it with a heat gun, but it wants to, as it cools and everything, to on bend. So you got to keep pulling it tight around the corner here to bend it. So the first time I did this, they suggested that I use tie straps or whatever, tie clips, to hold it in the corners, and to do it over a period of 2 or 3 days. Heat it, strap it, heat it, strap it, and that it would bend perfectly. Well, I had my first one, again, at $62. And as you can see, the tie straps left these marks and indents on all of the strapping. So, obviously it looked terrible on the car, right? So, I phoned them and they said, well, there's nothing they could do about it. So, I said, okay. So I had to order another one. I was following their directions, but I had to order another one. And I suppose if you're racing the car and you tape it all up, these marks don't really matter, right? But when you're dressing up a nice car and you want it functional, safe, and sexy looking, it kind of does matter. So I'll take that one on me. I should have known better, okay? So I'm not going to fault Moroso other than they could have mentioned it would leave these strap marks. So I ordered a second piece, okay? And the thing is, they're 36 inches long. So I had a choice. I could bend it. It would go from here to there, but it wouldn't cover this section here. And your head is going to hit against there. So I had a choice of doing a small section here, or taking a 36-inch piece and making it work. So what I did is, the strap marks were on the corners, right? So I had a straight piece that didn't have any strap marks, so I cut the straight piece off. I ordered a second piece, and then what I did is I decided to make it so it goes from here to the center, so that there's one crack here, and then another piece on the other side. So here you can see that I had 2 pieces, right? So this was my original piece that I cut off, and this is the new piece that came in. Well, now my problem is, check this out. They're 2 different colors. I'm just going to zoom in quickly on that. You can see that there's 2 different colors right now. One is a black. So this is like a shiny black, and this is a gray, and I don't know. So now I got 2 different colors. Definitely not happy with that. So I call Moroso a second time, their technical support. And they asked me for the batch number on the bottom right-hand side. They asked me where I ordered it. I said, well, I ordered one week, and then I ordered another about a week and a half later because I decided that this is what I was going to do. And they said, well, they're from different batches, and you know, the color control between batches can differ. I'm like, well, that's like a big difference, man. That's like not from black and black. This is literally kind of charcoal gray or gray versus a shiny black. They said, well, there's not much I can do. I said, so now I'm trying to get one little padding on my roll bar. I've spent $62 plus shipping, $62 plus shipping. Now, they said, well, order another one from where you just ordered it because we can see we just shipped 250 to Amazon in that warehouse, so they should all be the same color. I said, well, can't you help me? And they said, well, not really, because we're in the States, and if we were to send you one on a discount or something, the shipping cost would be far more for you in Canada than if you just ordered it from Canada. And I said, yeah, but when I look at the tracking from Amazon, it's actually shipped from the States. But anyhow, so guess what? I've had to order a third one. Now it's coming in this Saturday, and I'm hoping, the hope is that it's going to either be gray or black. Because if it's a third color, then I have a real problem. I don't know what to do. That's my experience with Moroso. And personally, my business is quality management, funny enough. And I go around the companies in the States and in Canada, and I try to help them set up systems to ISO 9001 and help them in their manufacturing departments. And for me, color is just as important as the density or the consistency of the foam that they use and the dimensions. So to have the same product going out with different colors or different shades, in my opinion, is a quality issue, okay? It's not a, well, that's the way it is issue. It isn't. It's not supposed to be. And I just want to point out, if you're going to order this padding, number one, if you don't want marks on it, don't use tie straps. So what I ended up doing was I had some gloves because I wanted to heat it up with my heat gun, and I held it tight until it cooled, and I did that 2 or 3 times until it kept its form. And that way I didn't get any marks on the padding. So don't use tie straps or tape or any type of clamps, because it will leave a mark, and if you don't want a mark, then that's a problem. If you're doing it for racing and you're going to tape it all up with racer's tape, not an issue, right? As long as it's safe and functions, that's the main concern. Here, I have 2 concerns. I want it safe, I want it to function, but I also want it to look good. And this, at the moment, doesn't look good.